Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's me, the Blade Gamer, of course, and in the last episode, we entered the Water Temple and got a decent bit into the dungeon. One thing I forgot to mention when I started recording during the Ice Cavern is that this is the first series of videos I'm recording, or the first recording session I'm doing, after I've become a YouTube partner. Seriously, it is a great honor to become a YouTube partner so that I can make money off of doing something that I really, really enjoy. So I have you to thank. Now in this room, you cannot reach with the hook shot, yet you have to get across there. So that means we need to come back to this room at a later time, once we have something that will allow us to go long distances. So, you know, that probably means we're going to get something in this dungeon, just by using our Zelda common sense. So, what we want to do now is enter this central room right here, in the central pillar. You want to walk onto this block and take out your hook shot. The hook shot and Ocarina you're going to want to have equipped at all times in this dungeon. They are the two most used items. That's what I can't stand about using the C-stick controls, is that, just like if you happen to push slightly diagonally, sometimes it can read as a different direction than what you're actually trying to do. So, I'm kind of glad that, Ocarina... I kind of wish that the GameCube controller had some C buttons of some sorts to help out with the Ocarina of Time and everything. Alright, so if you want to re-enter that room, you can stand over here and relight that torch, but there's really nothing you can do at the time to progress. Now right over here on this side is one entrance, but what I meant to do is this one right here. There's an eye switch. Now, if you remember, this is the other side of that block moving puzzle, but because the hookshot target's so far away, we can't reach it right now, so we're going to have to come back to this later. So first, we're going to go over here, because it does not require a small key, which is always important to do. Is always take the options that do not require small keys first, and use our hook shot. And we have multiple targets we can use. You're going to want to get rid of any enemies in this room, which luckily there are none. But you're going to want to get on this side of the chest and shoot the switch. And in here will be the dungeon's compass, which is, this is probably the dungeon where this is the single most useful item. It's even more useful than the map, because it will show you all of the locations of the small keys, which is required to progress. So now we want to go back down. I forgot we don't need our iron boots here. I thought there was water. Down we go, Link. Try to avoid the spikes if you can, but if you can't, it doesn't insta-kill you like Mega Man. Darn you and cleverly placed spikes, Mega Man. Alright, so now that we've explored all of our options, now we want to start using our small keys, which is right over here. You can alternately use the hook shots to get across if you want, but I honestly don't care either way. Now in this room, you're going to want to walk over to the geyser and wait for a minute, and a Tektite will fall down. If you do not lure the Tektite down, he will knock you down off of this water geyser. There are ways you could possibly get by it without any issues, but it is highly recommended that you do not do that. So that you don't accidentally mess up. Alright, so over here is the entrance to the water temple if you wish to exit for some reason. It will reset the water levels to the default once you leave. Now, over there is where we came from, but we need a small key to progress through this door. So that means we must go through here. Wait, I forgot something, which was pretty obvious, but this is actually the block room. So, yeah. I think this is the block room. Yeah. So I'm going to lower the water level to the second stage again, and I will see you all in a moment. Alright guys, I just finished raising the water level in this area right here, which is where you get lower it to the second stage, and I missed something completely obvious. Below where that block raises up is a hidden passage. I can't believe I missed this, but it will allow us to progress further in the dungeon. And over here, there's you're going to want to stay pretty far back. Hold on, let me aim at this. And you're going to want to let these sea creatures in so that you can fight them. So, now you want to destroy all of them, and I imagine that the other small key is up there where they came from. Your only weapon underwater at this point is the hook shot, so it will be your best friend. So I'm sorry I forgot to get this when I lowered the water level the first time, but yeah, this is... I'm honestly kind of slapping myself in my head right now for not noticing this when I was practicing yesterday, because actually I was recording. I just called it practicing because you know, I failed at it. But here's where we go. I literally searched every room in this temple about a dozen times and still never noticed that when you raised the water level to the second level, that it panned in underneath where the block raised up and then there was a passage. So this is the small key that you need. And there is one other small key that we're going to get that I also forgot to get when I raised the water level to the second stage. So I am going to cut ahead to that in just a moment. Alright, so what you want to do is jump down to where you met Rudo. It is on the bottom floor, and it is the only door with torches surrounding it. They're unlit because we're underwater, obviously. It would kind of make no sense if it was still lit underwater. Well, the blue fire doesn't make sense either, but they could have just added, you know, I forgot what chemical it is, but it burns blue when you burn it, and you can actually change the color of the flame. Anyway, so up here is another small key, which is required to progress in the temple. So like I said, it is required that you get at least all of these small keys to get through the temple. And it's just right in here. And we got the small key. So now I am going to cut ahead to where we need to go next. So I'll see you in a moment. Alright, so we're here on the 3rd floor, and we want to jump right over here, where the small keys are required. And there are some keys on the wall. Keys. I call them keys for some reason, but they're keys. I gotta get used to emphasizing more. Anyway, so what you want to do is jump down here and hookshot onto the platforms that are going downward. Now you're going to want to kind of keep level with the ones directly in front of you. If you want, you can jump to that ledge. It's honestly up to you, but to me it's more worth it to stay right here, because then you don't mess up your aim as quickly. Alright, so get on the platform, immediately aim up, shoot it again. Get on the platform, aim up, shoot it again. So it is really easy to get up to the top, but if you do not get up to the top, you will be put back to the beginning of this room and have to start the process all over again, which isn't fun. Alright, so now we can enter this room. And in here, it's kind of a weird puzzle room. But basically, you've got to raise the water and lower the water pretty frequently to make these hookshot targets appear. So you raise it once, hookshot across. And then I believe you want to shoot it and lower it. Alright, Tektite, you're really annoying. That's what I don't really like about Tektites, is that they're not hard by any standards, but they put them in places that just utterly destroy you sometimes, and it really makes a lot of people mad, including myself. Alright, so now you can climb up here and jump across. So now you want to shoot it again. Then you can hook shot again. Now this could be tricky for some people, but it honestly shouldn't. You shoot it again, and then climb on top of the statue and shoot it yet again. And this will allow you to get up to this room. Alright, I want to get up so the Tektites will knock me off. Thank you, Link. Alright, so right over here is a like. We're going to want to lure it to come across the spikes, which actually it can't. But this, I believe, will actually require you to be sucked up by the like. And it will show, and I'll show you what it does. But our shield and tunic is gone. They do that all the time. Oh crap! Don't send me back over to the spikes, please. Alright, thank you. So that just kind of shows how likes can be annoying at times. I believe that if I didn't waste so much time getting over there, it wouldn't have done that to me. But when you destroy it, it drops your tunic and your shield again. And occasionally it'll drop a heck ton of rupees. Alright, so they give you a lot of magic if you like using magics, but now I'm going to equip my shield and tunic again. Now we're going to head into the next room. This is a really interesting room. Never seen anything like it. It's like we're not enclosed at all. Makes you wonder what happened here. But we can't go any further. Who's that?